Namaste everybody. We would all like to have good vibes around the place that we are staying in, isn't it? But before we go ahead and take some actions to create some positive energy in and around the space that we are living in, it is very important to ask one important question as to why are we willing to clear this space? Is it just to have things organized very well around the place? Or is it to feel nice deep inside our heart? Or is it to feel that warmth when we walk into our home every time we go out and come in? Or is it that we've been disturbed of late and we feel that decluttering or cleansing the energy might make a difference? Whatever the reason is, you truly deserve to have good energy around the place that you're staying in. But giving clear intention as to these are the things that I'd like to arrive at by following certain procedures will help you to amplify the energy in the specific aspect that you're working on. Now, when it comes to cleansing the house or the energy around, we all know some famous methods like, mopping the floor with salt or using some turmeric or maybe some juice of neem to just mop the floor around and bring in that positive energy, not just use chemicals to cleanse the house. Of course, smudging is another extremely beneficial procedure where with the help of dhoop or that energy that comes out of the smudging, we release a specific intention to let go of any blockages that is there in the space that we are residing in and to attract good and happy vibes into the house. But today I am going to teach you something extremely important which we often forget to adopt or to follow, and we just cling into these specific procedures that we are learning. Like for example, keeping a crystal might help, I don't deny that. Keeping some items of vastu might help. Yes, I agree too. Sometimes, shifting certain objects can make a difference. Yes, could be possible. But then the energy is at the subtle level, which has been released with your own thoughts by the energy that's come out of your pain that you've been suffering at the emotional level, at the mental level, might need attention from the mental plane or the emotional plane or from your own heart center, which may not shift by just keeping certain items or, just feeling good about buying some expensive furniture or mopping the floor a couple of times. So what do? Sit down. Everything demands your time in life, because when we think negative, when we fight, when you argue, when you don't feel good, you're there contemplating on that negative feeling or that past issue for hours together in that space, isn't it? Of course, cleansing doesn't demand hours together of indulgence, but then at least a few minutes of participation to transform that energy is definitely required. So, it's not just buying few things by releasing money out of your wallet. It's also about getting into your heart center, which is priceless. Well, so sit down for a couple of minutes. If possible, meditate. Settle the energy down, because that will immediately have an impact on the area around you. If you feel you're too weak, you're too disturbed by thoughts interfering in the participation of the meditation that you're here to do to cleanse the house, you can invoke some energies. For instance, you can call for your ancestors for help. You can call for your favorite deity for help. And sometime in future, I'll also teach you about connecting with shamanic energies or shamanic animals. But you can just call for an angel, a fairy, or maybe something that you've been connected with deep love. It could be the spirit of a tree that's near your house. Absolutely anything that immediately uplifts your energy and gives you confidence that somebody is around and helping and assisting you in this process. Now, once you do that, just connect with the space and start releasing specific emotions that you want to feel after the cleansing is over. Now, it could be love, it could be harmony, peace, satisfaction, protection, delight, joy, or it could be just that warmth of being in that light of compassion. You can specifically visualize a color which is oozing out from your heart center and feel that energy shifting into your auric field and then into the area that you're in. Now, when we give that specific intention, it's not just the energy of the house that shifts, but also subconsciously you know what you want to feel, what you want to think, what you want to be and do to attract similar frequencies into the space that you've created by your own self. This makes a huge difference for your mental health as well. Now, go back to a couple of incidents that has happened in the past few days or probably in past few months where you created a deliberate disturbance at home. It could be your own self or indulging in an argument or a fight with somebody or someone not being fine or somebody barging into your house and who didn't make you feel very nice. Go into that specific memory, forgive yourself, forgive that person, understand that this was just a futile indulgence of, getting into some heated argument that didn't really benefit you in any manner. So you choose to let go of that negative emotion, that disturbance, and you would like to now derive more meaning into the present now by releasing feelings of forgiveness or compassion or deeper understanding. I'll give you a hypothetical situation. If you have got into a heated argument with your partner in the past 15-20 days, see how that argument didn't really fetch anything good to your family. Forgive yourself, forgive the opposite person, and telepathically just say that we are now going to create more harmony by coming into deeper understanding, by understanding that sometimes a normal conversation can make more changes than just yelling at each other to the top of our voice. And of course, go with the flow, depending on the situation, with your maturity and experience that you have had. Just bring in good vibes and, as I told, connect with your spiritual guides or your higher masters or with God and see how their blessings is making you come into that space of love and making a huge difference into the space that you're in. Now, once you do that, slowly open your eyes, look around the space and see how settled, deliberately see how settled the energy is around you. Look at every single little item which you fetched from the market with so much of love and how you're exchanging that happiness and joy with each other. It could be a vase on the table. It could be a little toy of your child. It could be your favorite pen. How all that is making your space more comfortable and how with confidence you can create better life in that space. Now, when we connect with the space as if it's a spirit, as if it is a divine soul, next time when you walk in, you will tune into the frequency of that belief, of that understanding that you have created in this space. This is an amazing energy uplifter, trust me. This can work much more wonders than, of course, I do believe in crystals, but it can do a lot more benefit to you than keeping some specific item or a vastu item or changing the paint of your house or, having a gemstone or a crystal at home. Because any act without clear intentions and tuning into that energy with your heart will not fetch you results in the long term. Sometimes placebo effect, something shifts, but then you will fall back to the same loop again and again. So definitely follow a specific ritual where once in a week you're cleansing the house, you're smudging, you're playing some good music, you're chanting mantras, you're connecting with 5 elements with more deeper awareness. Sometimes while lighting a lamp, it becomes such a routine, monotonously you're doing. But if you just sit with that flame for a minute and see how the grace, how the effulgence of that energy of the flame is actually spreading throughout the house and bringing those sparkling golden light into the space and bringing more joy and deeper meaning into you and the relationships that you share at home, can make a huge difference than just doing a ritual and saying, I've been doing this for years and still not making any difference into the space. And ultimately, at least once in a while, sit at the entrance of your house and declare that this house allows only good vibes and good people to walk into our house. Now, even if manipulative people walk in, you are already pre-programming the energy that if somebody comes in with negative vibes or negative intentions, that is not allowed to be released in this house. So, you are the real owner even at the subtle level. And that can make a huge difference than being disturbed after somebody who doesn't make you feel good walks in and then you're wondering what happened post that. Hope this information helps, and always remember, the space that you're in is just an extension of your personality. And please remember, when I say the space that you're in is an extension of your own personality, it doesn't mean that you have a bigger house, then your personality is very good and you're a good person or you're mentally well. Even if you have a little nest-like house, even if it's an old house, even if you can't afford to change the paint of your house often, how you feel in the house, how people feel when they walk into the house is the real difference maker. It's not really about having a palace-like house and thinking that yes, I'm leading a real high spiritual life, therefore God has bestowed me with this. No, it doesn't work like that. So do remember that when you connect with your own self at a deeper level, when you see the space within yourself being comfortable, when you walk into your space, your house or your humble abode, you'll feel that extension of warmth, love and security automatically. Next time, I'll meet you again with another useful episode on drugless therapy. Until then, do take care of yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.